Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kasper and you are watching a video where I practice my English, especially my English speaking skills. So, day 31 of my challenge to speak English on camera as much as I can in order to improve it. And I'm getting really proud of myself because I don't give up and I keep going. And it's something to be praised of, to be proud of, I mean. So yeah, today's video is going to be all about advertisements. And in this section there are 5 different questions, all of them considering ads. So yeah, let me start with saying that advertising is something that you cannot avoid in today's day and age. And they are the ubiquity of advertisement is terrifying because you can find it anywhere. They are everywhere. They are everywhere and anywhere. You can come across them. Even you don't even need to leave your house to see them. It's enough to grab your phone and just get access to the internet, and you can see plenty of ads. Even when it's funny because the site that I visit most frequently recently is Cambridge Learner's Dictionary, and even there you can see plenty of advertisement. And it gets really frustrating because I don't want to see them, but I can't escape from them. And in these days, the ubiquity of ads make us get used to it and ignore it to a degree. But it doesn't change the fact that they are everywhere and they became a part of our lives in modern times. It became how to put it? Advertisements became an integral part of our lives. So yeah, what else can I add on that? That was my overall take on the subject. So let's move on to answering the questions. And like I said, there are 5 of them. So to start with, do you like watching advertisements? No, I don't. Isn't it? It's obvious, isn't it? And you can hardly find a person that enjoys watching ads. Personally, I can't stand them, and it really gets on my nerves. As soon as I see an ad, I immediately get frustrated, and I try to turn them off as soon as possible. But I have to admit that there is one exception to the rule, and I really enjoy watching ads when I sit in the cinema. That's why, it's why, mm, no, I wanted to say that I enjoy them because of the surroundings, like you stare at a big screen, the lights are off, and you grab your popcorn in one hand and your Coke in the other one, and you expect the film to start. Um, a week ago, last Sunday, my girlfriend and I went to the cinema to watch a film. We watched Obsession, and I really enjoyed it, and my girlfriend as well. But the thing is that we were anticipating the film, and we were watching ads, and Some of them were advertising new films that are coming to the big screen soon. So maybe we will go to cinema once again soon if something interesting will have a premiere. We will see. Time will show. So yeah, but getting back to this, to answering my question, I don't watch them. I can't stand them personally, and it's a thing that makes me annoyed immediately at once. With the exception of watching ads on the big screen. The question number 2. Will you buy something because of an advertisement? No, as a rule. I'm a person that is difficult. I am the sort of person that is extremely difficult to convince to part with their money. I don't want to spare my money. I'm not the kind of person that squanders them. I'm a bit stingy to a degree, but I don't like to spend money at all if I can avoid it. And again, there's one rule, there's one exception to the rule, and it's groceries. I subscribe to some supermarkets newsletters, and sometimes I get messages. I get text messages that, I don't know, there's milk on the discount or cheese, and that can convince me. That can convince me to take a visit to the supermarket to the nearest supermarket to buy the product that is advertised. But overall, no, I'm not the person that advertisement have an effect on. I don't feel the need to how to say it for you to understand it. I don't want it to sound never mind. What I want to say is that I'm a minimalist to a degree, and I don't need much, and the same goes for my girlfriend, and that's one of the reasons that we are both so well-matched couple, that we are both minimalists. And it allows us to save some money. We need to save a really decent amount of money because we want to buy a place of our own, and I'm planning to propose to my girlfriend, and if we want to have a decent wedding, it requires tons of money, and the point is that I need to earn that money, so squandering the money I have isn't a good idea. So I need to save money, but I don't want you to think that the money is in short supply. In my case, it isn't. I'm not a Rockefeller, but I can't complain. I can get by with the money I have. But let me get back to the question. I don't buy anything of advertisement. I don't buy anything that is advertised on the internet or on TV, with the exception of groceries. Sorry. Moving on. How do you feel when you see pop-up ads on the internet? Oh gosh, I can't stand pop-up ads on the internet. It's the thing I hate the most about ads. And the ads are in most of the cases extremely ridiculously cringy, and The funny thing about them that the X sign to close the tab is ridiculously small, and it's sometimes it takes a real effort to even navigate it. I'm not saying about clicking on it. It sometimes can be difficult. The X signs, the closing tab signs are hidden and they pop up in the moment that you don't anticipate them. The thing that also gets on my nerves is pop-up ads on YouTube. When you watch a YouTube video and the pop-up suddenly shows on the screen, and your time consuming content gets interrupted suddenly. And the thing is that I mostly use YouTube as a radio, or I should say that I use it as a podcast. I don't stare at my screen, but I often listen to it on my headphones, especially when I do the cleaning, do the washing up, when I do housework, especially when I have my hands dirty. I don't know, when I clean the floor, when I mop the floor and the pop-ups appear and the video gets interrupted. So I need to stop my activity and go to my phone, which usually lies on the chest of drawers, and I need to turn that ad off. Really irritating because you can't concentrate. And as I've said, I'm not the kind of person that parts with their money if they can avoid it. So buying YouTube Premium is a non-starter for me. Even paying, let's say, €5 a month, it's is not an option for me if I can avoid it. It's difficult to admit it's difficult to admit, but I have to confess that I prefer not spending money. No, let's put it differently. I value money more than my comfort. Let's say it this way. But overall, I can't stand the pop-up ads on the internet. I really hate them. It's extremely irritating when you come across them, and they are often cringy. Let me add one thing to the subject. A few years ago, I was a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. I still am to this day, but I don't play the card game anymore or watch the anime. But the thing is that to watch them in Poland, you need to visit some suspicious websites, let's put it this way. And if you watch content on that type of, of websites, you can often come across pop-ups that they have erotic content, to say the least. And the most cringy thing about them is that you can often see pop-ups that offers increasing the size, that they offer some magic pill to increase the size of your penis. So yeah, it can be annoying at times. Do you like funny or serious advertisements? It's a wrong question to ask because I don't like advertisements at all, and you can hardly find a person that likes them. And the funny advertisements are really difficult to find. In most of the cases, they are cringy, in my opinion at least. What makes a good advertisement? The good advertisement is the successful one. A good advertisement doesn't need to be funny or serious if if it gets the job done, and the goal, then the aim of an ad is to sell you something. So if an ad can make you buy something, that's why the sorry, if an ad makes you buy something, then that's a great ad. That's my opinion, that's my take on it. So it doesn't need to be funny, serious, even if it's cringy, and it make you buy something, it's good. Yeah, overall, I hate advertisements. I do everything I can to avoid watching them, but it became an integral part of our lives, so you can't escape them. If you really want to escape them, you need to go to some kind of desert island with no human at all, and you are not allowed to grab any electronic devices. Yeah, that video was a bit chaotic. I find it really difficult to express my thoughts spontaneously. And another thing that I noticed is that I speak too slow, and I need so much time to express myself, to find a word or to find an expression that I want to say. But maybe the problem with it is not my English, but the subject of discussion itself, because it may be a challenging task to answer these questions even in my native language. I need to check it one day, because maybe I'm too harsh on myself and I'm doing really good, but I'm even not aware of that. That's a thing to consider. But yeah, is there anything that I can add on the subject of advertisements? It is, actually. Let's take my YouTube channel as an example, because let's be honest here, I've just published, as the recording of this video goes, I've just published the video number 40 on my channel, and let's face it, no one watches my content, and I can't blame them, because let's be honest here, to be frank, it's not the sort of content that is attractive to anyone. Some random Polish guy sitting in front on his phone struggling to speak English. With all honesty, I wouldn't even consider watching that content. But the plan is that if I make my English good enough, and all I need to do is practice, practice, and practice, that I can make my channel evolve. What do I mean by that is, my dream is to produce a wider amount of content, in terms of, I like to be a vlogger that can, sorry, I don't want to focus on practicing my English in the long run. I want to make my English good enough to become an English content creator. To create content in English that can be compelling, interesting, and that's an enormous amount of work that is waiting for me. And I should really put time and effort to learn the YouTube thing. And advertisement as a whole can come really in handy to do that, because I have no idea how to promote my channel, how to make thumbnails. Even I don't have aesthetic, not that long thing that you put your phone in it, that you can face it when you shoot a recording. So yeah, on the whole, like I said, I really want and feel the necessity of learning the YouTube stuff. And one problem that I need to solve is my English, but as time goes, it works in my favor, because as the time goes, with each passing day, my English is getting better and better. That's what I want to say. And the another problem that I need to tackle in some way is the YouTube thing. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's important. First of all, for me, because I want to express my thought to me in the first place and to you. So I need to learn the YouTube thing. And advertising is the thing that can really help me. I need to find a way to make my content attractive and to make people watch it. And that's difficult. People keep telling me that all you need to do is to be consistent on the platform. But there is always but, yeah? You need to be consistent. But if you produce a content that isn't attractive to a wider audience, that no one is going to watch it, even if you produce thousands of videos. Am I right? Yeah. So, what else can I add? I need to focus, to sum up my video, to wrap it up. I need to focus more on so many things, but I'm quite positive about the future of my channel. The first thing I want to put straight, that there's no chance in hell I'm going to quit the YouTube thing and learning English. So, let me finish this video on a positive note. If you enjoyed the video, I'm really glad. It means a world to me. So yeah, bye for now and see you in the next video. Bye.